Yeah. Well, congratulations on tying Kevin Hartman. Is that I'm assuming your hairstyle is in a reference to Kevin's, right?
No, it's we had a decent amount of shutouts last year, and this year we were struggling in the beginning. It's like I don't know what changed, so we gotta get back to those days and those ways. But yeah, I mean, happy to have been able to play for so long, and obviously it's a testament to all the players I've been able to play with. I've said it before. I think shutouts are extremely fragile. You know, you can absolutely dominate a game and win a game, be winning a game 3-0, and then one mental lapse by a team and that shutout's gone. So it's a testament for the guys I've been able to play with, and I think the pride that they take in it as well. Like today is a perfect example, right? We're up 2-0 and then we're not letting down. We're wanting that shutout. I think not just for me, but for us, taking pride in it as a unit, and commend the effort today, and super happy with the result.
You talk about struggling to keep shutouts early in the season, but you guys were also struggling to get wins at home. You're on now a 5-win home streak.
Yep.
Does it feel a lot different now? I know you've talked about how it used to feel like you're walking on a tightrope, and it's not quite that way anymore. But what would you say is some of the biggest differences?
Yeah, I mean, I think Schmetz said that we're undefeated in 18. Is that correct?
Lost 2 in the last 18.
Lost 2 in the last 18. So that's pretty darn good. And so I think there was a lot of frustration in the beginning because, like they just asked me on the radio, like what changed? It's like the quality was always there. We were always in games, but we were on a knife's edge, and unfortunately, a lot of times we fell on the wrong side. And once we finally fell on the right side and got results, got a little bit of confidence. And the quality is still the exact same players. And then, when we came out of preseason, then people from the outside asked us, what do you think? We're saying that we have quality in this locker room. And it sucks when the results don't come your way. But we believed in the quality. And the effort was always there, which is great. And then that's what you got to do. You got to keep chucking away until things turn. And then can you extend the run? Because I think in past experiences, it gets more and more difficult, because today is the perfect example. You're facing, you're a hot team, and you're facing a team that's the opposite. They've got nothing to lose. We've got everything to lose. So it gets very, very difficult. But we've been able to extend and keep rewarding ourselves. And today also with that result, we're finally climbing the table again. And so that's huge. It's great for the confidence, but also obviously for the ultimate goal, which is to achieve things. And so I'm happy with the squad, and we're going to keep going.
You mentioned sort of this being almost a potential for being a trap game where you're...
Yeah, absolutely.
But you did win it, obviously.
Yep.
That sets up a pretty massive game on Saturday against LAFC. Are you looking forward to that? What's your attitude going into LAFC, hosting LAFC with something really on the line?
Yeah, I mean these are all big games, especially in conference opponents. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. So we really got to take care of business in terms of getting our bodies right, good recovery, good fueling up, and nutrition, and then making sure that I think we'll have probably 1 day of training before the game. That's it. So it'll be a difficult match, but we're confident. Maybe they haven't gotten a result in a couple games, or they've been struggling. That doesn't make them any less dangerous. We know exactly what they bring to the table. They're a very good side. But I think we welcome the challenge, especially when we feel like we're a bit better off with our confidence right now. So it'll be a good match for sure.
The same struggles that the team has had, you kind of felt like you yourself have been able to come back from maybe moments that you wish you would have had back, goals that you wish you would have had back, games that you wish you would have had back, and you have the consistency and the mentality to now be at a point where you're being as helpful as you possibly can, and you've now had a couple of clean sheets. How do you do that? How do you keep on just staying confident and getting away from maybe the games that you wish that you would have back?
Well, that's the thing. Unfortunately, you cannot have any games ever back, and you always got to just look forward and what can you do. I think the foundation, I can only speak for myself, but it's always been you can work hard. You can try to be the one that works the hardest, so that when the weekend comes around, even if you're low on confidence, you can say that I've done everything. There's nobody else who's worked harder than you, and maybe you can find a little bit of confidence in that. Be remiss not to give Tommy a lot of credit again, because when it comes to trying to go work hard, you have someone who allows you to go work hard and get better and feel like you can find confidence on the training field. That's huge, and so that's where it needs to happen. If it cannot happen on the field on the weekend, it's obviously much better when you can do it on the weekend and help reward the team with results. Again, on the other side, I would say I've never played a perfect game. I never will play a perfect game. Unfortunately, in the very beginning of our season, we've had individual mistakes, me included, that just killed us. Right? They like I said, that's what I meant when we were playing on a knife's edge. It was one bad mistake, and we paid the price. I think now we're playing with way more confidence. We're still making mistakes, but we're not paying the price. We're all. It seems like there's a little bit of leeway. There's a little bit of room for error, and people can breathe a little better. And because of that, they're playing freer.
Steph, is part of
Last
that
couple for Steph, guys.
the ability to make a mistake and have people cover it? Is that due to the connectedness of your three blocks? You know, the back line and then the next one there, because it seems like everybody's playing good defense, and that's helping. I get the offense, but everybody's playing good defense. And how important is that in terms of like shutouts and closing out games?
Yeah, I think defense has to be viewed as a collective effort from front to back. Having said that, offense is the same thing, and I would almost argue that offense does play a huge part in your defense, because when we were struggling to score goals, you have to be perfect in the back. That puts an enormous amount of pressure on everybody on the back defending, because there's no room for error. And so right now, I think even if we may not find a goal, we're dangerous up there. So you feel like there is opportunity. And guys could be scoring at any moment, and we don't know how. It could be multiple goals, right? And so that alone already makes you feel much better about just the flow of the game, how you feel about what may happen. I think it's a full team effort on both ends. And sometimes goalkeepers or back fours, back fives get a lot of credit for defense, but I'm a huge believer in that it takes everybody. Our front guys take the point on defensive goal kicks, on how do we press, how do we make it more predictable in the very front for the lines behind to then be in better positions to then be able to snuff out things and create turnovers. And we're doing better with that, and we're going to look at tape and try to see if we can get even better, because you always have to try to get better. I think we can get better even. But super happy with the progress, and obviously with the results that are coming with it.
What's it like to
Last
have?
one for Steph.
What's it like to have this much depth in the team? You've got these guys you've been able to rotate. You've got Andy right behind you. Has it ever felt this deep, and how important is that for all the competitions you guys are competing in?
It's huge. It's huge because, again, I think it raises the standard in training as well. And when I think when we were struggling, again, you need to find a way out on the training field. It seems, and so if there's no competition, the guys who are playing 11 guys, and if you're only 11 deep, it doesn't really matter what they do in training. Then it becomes very difficult for you to climb out of that hole. But I think we've had good depth. We've shown it. We've gone on a really good run, an Open Cup, and we're closing in on having a chance at a trophy there using different players. For me, obviously, Andy and Andrew Thomas. And the rest of the goalkeeping crew has been fantastic for me, because they push me to try to be better, and hopefully I push them. But look at our second goal scorer today, a guy who was let go by St. Louis and fills in huge shoes of Jamar, who gets a rest today and does exceptionally well. That's confidence for the squad when you see that.